Last time in Future Town.
Yeah, but say yeah. Same ear too. Oh, he's pissed at you. It's fucking. You literally blew his ear off. There ain't shit left. That was actually a good touch.
Ow! Mother. Fuck!
Welcome back. Deus Ex.
Nobody wants to hear you chewing food. Welcome back to Deus Ex.
There you go.
The game that makes you question whether or not you're going to be able to save everybody.
And you're not.
Jesus is playing. Hide or...
Converge on target!
That's nasty.
Give me a bag, I got the tether here.
Way to start, you piece of shit. How does that even happen?
He was fast.
You are bad at games. I don't think it has anything to do with him.
He was just fast.
It wasn't he. The fucking turret that you ignored is what killed you. And you walked out there like a fucking prince prancing around in the goddamn hall.
Like a prince prancing around the hall.
Yep.
How does a prince prance around the hall?
Like that.
A prince prancing around the hall.
Yep. Look at you. Now you gotta kill those people all over again, you fucking prick.
What people?
Oh, look at this. Can confirm.
No.
Really?
I have a target!
Really?
You don't have energy, dumbnut.
Well, they're gone.
Fucking jackass. Why are you so bad at games? You still have never explained this to me. Take the grenade.
I didn't take the grenade. I thought I did.
Take that battle rifle ammo. What or fucking assault rifle ammo, douche? No, assault rifle on that guy.
It does.
Your other fucking left. Fuck nut.
Alright, so where do I go next?
Through that door. Stop. There's a fucking turret there. Stop.
I know the turret is right there, but he's facing away right now. See that? I could have literally gone to that door before anything else happened, because it's not turning around this way. Look at it.
I think these people are screwed. The fucking elevator coming there. Jesus. VIP room? Maybe?
What's that?
Fucking VIP room, you jackass.
I thought we were going to the meeting rooms.
Adam, it's me. That pocket secretary in Hong Kong. It went live a few seconds ago. Just long enough to shoot out a message.
You intercepted it?
Yeah, but it's cryptic. Looks like meeting in session. Proceed with delivery. Key 2202.
I've actually done more work than you have. Yeah.
What?
So far?
No. Are you fucking nuts?
Have you gotten this far? No. This episode, compared to the last episode, whenever you finished, I've advanced, sir.
McCready, I'm too late. They're all dead.
Yeah, we knew that was gonna happen. Did you have any expectations they would live?
No.
What?
I told you that was it. Wait, so that's it? Wait a minute. We're not gonna get an end scene? We're not gonna get any, what happened afterwards? This is it? Oh. I'm about to say, what the fuck?
This is going to be a really short episode.
Memorial services are being held around the world today for Santos CEO Nathaniel Brown and several prominent members of the UN Security Council. Brown and his guests were murdered last week when augmented terrorists attacked the Safe Harbor Convention in London. Interpol released chilling images from the murder scene, admitting that the attack could have been much worse. Apparently, members of the Augmented Rights Coalition, infuriated over the death of their leader, also plan to blow up residential towers surrounding the Apex Center Convention Hall. I do not know about you folks, but I think it is high time the United Nations passed the Human Restoration Act so we can all sleep safe again at night. This is Eliza Casella, reporting to you.
They're fanning the flames.
From Ficus.
Fanning them? They lit the fucking torch, man. Eliza might as well go door to door handing out pitchforks.
Ark was gonna be blamed no matter what. From the second Brown opened the doors. If he'd listened to me.
Too friggin' arrogant to listen. He gambled big and he lost big for all of us Augs. Damn it. We were so close to pushing that vote back.
We were close to losing thousands of innocent people, too.
Yeah, I know. And thanks to you, we didn't. Hell of a choice you had to make, Adam.
Damn right it was.
Justified?
Well, look at him.
Manchenko didn't really give me a choice. Once he told me what he'd done, tried to blame me for it, I couldn't let him do it. Wanted to save everybody, just couldn't make it work. If I could have saved them all, I would have. But sacrificing thousands for a shot at an uncertain future, to me, that's not a choice. That sounds to me like the right one.
Yeah, I think that's the one that we would choose, honestly.
Yeah.
That's what I'd go with.
If I could have saved them all, I
Yep.
would have. But sacrificing thousands for a shot at an uncertain future, to me, that's not a choice.
It might have been our best shot at that future. Now we'll have to find a new one. Listen, you know I'm on your side. I'm just pissed because Janus texted me last night. Told me the Human Restoration Act has already passed. They're just waiting for Picus to stir up the mob some more before officially announcing it.
Janus knows that for a fact?
Yeah,
So they got what they wanted.
I'm sure they're feeling pretty good right about now. But this bullshit act, the segregation, the violence, it's just gonna make everything worse.
I know. The task force is gonna be busy.
You're not planning to go back to them, are you?
Wasn't aware I'd left.
But you did your time, man. You already proved that outfit is corrupt. Why stay?
Need allies. Straight up.
Seems to be the collective is all about finding the right tools for the right job. TF-29 certainly has resources we don't. We know what's coming out. Let's collect things all the help we can get. It's not smoke and mirrors. Task force does make a difference. Yeah.
No, they did. I don't think
We
Miller
know
was
what's
ever a
coming,
bad guy.
Alex.
I think
The
we
collective
thought he
needs all
was.
the help it
Yeah.
can
But he
get.
wasn't.
And it's not all smoke and mirrors. The task force does make a difference.
Sure, not everyone in the organization is compromised. Just the ones issuing all the orders.
Miller wasn't corrupt. He was a good man, a good cop. Maybe if I'd seen it sooner. My point is, there are others inside the force we can trust. We just have to find the right people.
Can't say I like this, Adam, but you're the one taking the biggest risk. I'll fill Janus in. He's been looking for an angle to get us closer to Manderley and Page.
I'm sure I can find one for him. But when you speak to him, tell him this too. If we're going all the way on this, we need everyone on board, including Janus. I think it's high time we met the man behind the mask, Alex. Don't you?
This report just in.
You tried to do that once.
Law
He still didn't
enforcement
do it.
officials in Prague have tracked down and captured the bomb maker, whose deadly explosive devices claimed the lives of dozens of innocent travelers earlier this week. The woman, an ex-army demolition specialist named Allison Stanek, appears to be a religious fanatic and leader of the tech cult group, Church of the Machine God. Police arrested her and several of her followers inside the cult's headquarters, following an extensive investigation. If you ask me, folks, that is some very good news indeed. The coroner's report released in Prague today offers shocking new insight into the death of Dr. Talis Rucker, former leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition. Apparently, the primary cause of the doctor's death was the exceedingly high level of alcohol found in his system. No other toxins were present, nor were there signs of any suspicious activity. Sources close to Rucker tell me he had been struggling with
So this is just the news reports of
ever since
everything,
becoming
all
a
the
public
choices we've
figure.
made.
I am sure I do not need to remind you folks that the organization he founded, the Augmented Rights Coalition, has been linked to last week's horrifying terror attack in London. It seems not so long ago that Dr. Talis Rucker was on this very program, trying to convince all of us that his Augmented Rights Coalition was a non-violent organization. Today, of course, we are all a little bit wiser. It did not take long for ARC to reveal its true colors once Dr. Rucker was dead. Since last week's attack, the United Nations has officially labeled ARC a terrorist organization.
Damn it.
As we speak, brave state police officers in the Czech Republic are raiding ARC-controlled compounds inside the Udalek complex. Here is an example of the defiance they are encountering.
This is where you have it all wrong. Wrong. ARC was framed. You people, you don't see, you don't realize that Viktor Marchenko was not ARC. He was trying to kill ARC, kill the cause. But he has failed. We are strong, we are innocent, and we will not be used as pawns by rich, scared men who want to make us less than human.
I am sorry, young man, but methinks thou doth protest too much. The
Really?
Cali criminal organization is under intense scrutiny this evening for their role in the London attack. Evidence uncovered by Interpol indicates that high-ranking members of the chapter in Prague supplied weapons and logistical support to ARC terrorists. Among those being sought for questioning is Radic Nikoladze, leader of the Diwali's Prague chapter.
But he's
Sources
dead.
close to the man tell me, however, that Nikoladze has gone off the grid, and it is unlikely he will ever be found.
Forever.
An indication of guilt, perhaps? Join the online discussion and let us know what you think. News out of Paris today, where a sharp rise in illegal underground publications may have links to a prison escape recently orchestrated in Prague. Last week, Czech state police were holding members of the underground news group Samizdat on charges of disturbing the peace,
Yep, and we
human
broke 'em out.
trafficking,
Yep.
and media terrorism. The radicals escaped their holding cell, however, and are believed to have subsequently made their way deeper into Western Europe. Shortly after their escape, a radical publication called Silhouette began appearing throughout France. Has Samizdat rebranded itself as Silhouette? I am sure you will agree with me on this one, folks. No matter what name these people go by, there is nothing more dangerous than the spread of false news. Turning our attention now to a more colorful story.
Holy crap!
A recent incident inside an illegal underground drug laboratory has led authorities to the heart of Prague's Neon operation. According to
That was
sources
us.
familiar with the new drug, the dangers of Neon had more to do with illegal distribution methods and criminal ties than with consuming the drug
Wow.
itself. Make no mistake, folks, Neon is illegal, and the dismantling of this laboratory is good news for everyone. However, some government officials have hinted to me that the drug may have therapeutic benefits, and if so, a government-approved version of Neon could be made available to the public eventually.
Government
Testing
approved?
will be required, of course.
Is that like legalizing
Only time
marijuana?
will tell.
Yeah. We are human beings. Well, that's the end of the game. I'm actually, you know what? I liked it. Who's that? Who's that fucking person? You did a good job, son. You and the half-bald guy with the beard next to you. Reach over there and pat that man on the back. I would say you did a good job, but you have biker gloves on, and I'm curious as to what's wrong with you.
He's a professional gamer, sure.
You guys, you look all right. I think you'll be okay. So what'd you think of the game overall? Story, gameplay, everything. Be honest. Tell me.
It was good. It seems a little abrupt.
Define abrupt. What do you mean?
Well, story was, story started, ended, all the loose ends are gone. Does it seem to me, though, that there's something still lacking?
Like what?
I don't know. It's like, you know what it seems like to me? It seems like to me like this is a setup for another game. Or DLC or something like that. Because it's almost like the act passed. We know that. And it kind of left everything kind of uncertain. Doesn't necessarily, you know, we know the act passed, so we know that AUGs are going to be targeted and possibly have their AUGs, removed, their augmentations removed. But
what do you mean possibly? I'm pretty sure that was what the act was all about.
Well, but
dude, I want that bobblehead. What the fuck?
True.
That shit looks amazing.
Where does
I
that
want
leave
the
Jensen?
hat. I'm
That's
sorry,
true.
I don't mean to cut you off, but damn it, man.
The hat's kind of cool. Where does that leave Jensen? What?
Well, he's part of task force, so they're not going to get rid of AUGs. AUGs are too useful in the law enforcement and fucking like the task force fields.
But I don't know. But to me, it just feels like it's lacking somehow. It doesn't feel like quite like the end of a game that had any substance to it. It's almost like you're watching an episode and then it ends. Still, you know, the big story points have all been wrapped up and everything else, but it kind of left something lacking.
Well, yeah, but all right, think about this. So did the first one. I mean, in the world, this is a franchise that I think they're going to continue developing and making. Deus Ex was never intended to have an end, I don't think. It did have a dead downtime cycle, but I don't think they're actually planning on discontinuing the franchise. And if you're always going to tell a new story, there's always got to be some corporate... It's like a season, like you were saying. I mean, there's always got to be some other evildoer hanging over in the background that you're going to have to go fight the good fight at some point. That makes sense to me. I felt like this story was complete.
No, the story was complete, but it's almost like you're eating a good meal, and then right before you're about to finish it, they clean all the plates. They clear all the plates. So yeah, you enjoyed it, and you know you got something out of it. But there isn't, you know, you were missing that last bite. You were missing that, you know, something to kind of give, you know, bring you over the top. At least that's the way it feels like to me. The last game.
All right, there's all kinds of things wrong with that picture.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, like last game, there was a finality to it. You had three choices, depending on what choice you took.
Okay.
It still closed the game out. You knew exactly what happened afterwards. You knew exactly what happened.
Well, we know what happened here.
Not really. You just know that the law passed. But in terms of what the immediate future is for the augmented, are they going to be rounded up? Are they going? I mean, is Mob?
Yeah, Gollum City. We already have proof of that. That's what they were doing. That's what Gollum City was. It was a place to put all the AUGs because they were.
But I mean, the rioting. Is there going to be the riot? Is it going to be a legal change? Is it going to be?
That's what happened in the first one. Deus Ex, it happens in a cycle for me. It's just this is a very political based game based on a bunch of
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
SJW bullshit that happens today.
I see what you're saying. It does kind of have a little cycle to it.
Right.
You know, this is the end of a cycle. Another year or two, you have another game, another topic, another hot button issue.
We're because think about the first one. Oh wait, of course. This is why we wait till the end of fucking Squeenix games.
That is not the point. We should have all been informed.
That is why we are here now.
Volkart, what's done is done. The broad strokes of the operation were very clear and haven't changed. There are always adjustments that will occur in the field. You should know that.
Adjustments? Those were not mere adjustments.
Interpol was more capable than we anticipated. They have a new augmented agent by the name of
Adam Jensen,
who we believe may have had external help, possibly by the Juggernaut Collective or even Janus directly.
we're looking into it, but we...
All that is speculation at this point. Let's find out more and reconvene later this week. Thank you, everyone. That'll be all.
It's your own fault.
I'm aware of that, Doctor. does.
Elizabeth sends her regards.
Report.
Overall, the subject seems quite well adjusted despite the massive traumas he's experienced, and his memories are still consistent with the program. He is remarkably stable.
Excellent. How close is he to contact with Janus?
Very.
It's only a matter of time.
Alright, so is that last bite you're looking for? Because that just closed. So,
yes,
we just found out that she was involved directly in when he was in Alaska. They've clearly put something in him that's allowing to track them. And we know that he's now part of a program that he's not even aware of.
Yes, okay.
So you're right. It's a setup for another game. Or DLC. But, either way, I still think it told a complete story. Not only that, and I'm actually curious. So is that your last bite?
Yeah, because if you remember the very beginning part of the game, that was the focus. It's like, I know I'm being tracked, but by whom? How is it that I'm being tracked? Oh yeah, by the way, it may be that I'm the one that's giving up the information, and he was, because he's been low-jacked in some way. And you know exactly what happened in Alaska, but now, to what end? Who's really pulling the strings?
Right.
Okay, that you know what? That kind of did a little bit more for me there.
That's a pretty amazing picture, also. The fuck. Look, Montreal people, I love you. You are a strange egg, and I love every bit of it. So you do feel like that accomplished what you wanted it to?
Yeah, I mean, it does kind of give that nice little handoff into the next game. At least it has you wait. Before it was just like, okay, show's over, let's wrap it up, and it didn't. That's what I'm saying. It wrapped up the story, but there was something missing. That kind of wraps the game up, puts a different perspective on what you've been looking at. Because if you think about it now, it kind of makes you wonder what part, what was what you did intended,
right?
Your choice. Or did somebody kind of really, push your buttons knowing that they had access to you and made you do that?
That's a good point. And as always, we want to know what you guys think. So leave us the comments down below. Hopefully we can drive a discussion about it and see what you guys think. Honestly, overall, I felt the game was super good. They tightened up the controls. The gameplay was a hell of a lot better. A little more twitchy than I would like, honestly. But I've been a console gamer forever, and I'm just used to it. And this really seems like it was, I don't want to say designed for PC, but it really does seem like it would play better on PC. And then looks would just, I don't even think would be a comparison.
I will say this: Human Revolution was a great game. It was hard. It's hard to follow. I'm not gonna say it was a perfect game, but it was a well-engineered game.
Right.
This one was a good follow-up.
Yes.
It didn't let me down.
I felt like this one was better than the last one.
I think it was just as, me personally, I think it was just as good. I don't know if it was better. Like you said, some things, the twitchiness.
I'll tell you why I think this one was better. In this one, I had the choice to go whichever way I wanted. In the last one, stealth didn't work very well.
That's true.
I was forced down the assault path, is what it felt like to me in the last one, which is okay. It was still a good story, still a good game. And playing assault was fun as shit. But this one, I actually felt like I had a choice. And I felt like the stealth, the few times that we attempted it, I felt like it was functional. And I actually, if I wanted to, well, we proved it. We did that one mission. We did have to restart several times to figure out some distances.
You mean we didn't cut that out?
It still proves the point. It still proves the point that you could have gone stealth, no problem, if you decided to.
That's a good point, because the last game, you either had a choice of lethal versus non-lethal. You couldn't do stealth.
Right.
You could either walk around.
Well, you could. It just didn't work very well.
Yeah. You could walk around and either kill him or choose not to kill him. But at the end of the day, that's the only choices you had.
Right. And in this one, I felt like, again, your stealth actually absolutely would have been useful. Hacking in this one, the hacking minigame made the return, which I don't really give a shit about, but it was actually more useful. You got more story from hacking, so that's I'm all right with that. Eidos Montreal, you guys did a great job.
Yeah, this game got a really bad rap. This game got a bad rap. I've kind of looked at the reviews a little bit. I don't think that they met that low expectation.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I thought this may not be a game for everybody either. It does deal with political bullshit that is very similar to what we have going on in the world now. So, I mean, that's probably hits a vein or hits a nerve with people that they don't want it to also. But overall, I'm not going to bag on you guys. Deus Montreal, you have never failed me in a Deus Ex game, and this one was for me, it was a perfect follow-up to the last one.
Yep.
You did a better job on this one than you did before. You tightened up the controls. You did everything that I would have expected, and the story for this one was just as good.
I think I'm just...
And holy fuck!
I had to stop
People
that.
in Montreal are amazing! Jesus Christ. Did he get a curler after? Did he do anything?
Yes.
Holy shit, man! I love you. Tell me you're in this picture. Tell me you're that guy in the middle with the blue shirt. Oh man!
You know, I'm just happy that this is a big release that nobody dropped the ball in. How many games lately have you just seen a big release and you've waited for it to come out and then somebody drops the ball?
Right.
Nobody dropped the ball here. It makes me happy. I'm not saying that I am settling for average, but it did meet my expectations.
But there is one thing. So there's one thing that we haven't talked about, and that's neither one of us agrees with it. That's the bullshit, fucking pay-to-play bullshit where you could have made this game super easy at the beginning. The purchases, Squeenix, get rid of that shit. Stop doing it. If you put it in Final Fantasy 15, I may have to quit your ass. I don't want to quit your ass because I love Final Fantasy and I love your games, but if you keep doing shit like this, where it makes the game easier, I'm gonna get fucking pissed. I'm okay with making the game easy. I mean, there are certain people maybe you don't have time to play and you're willing to do that. But in general, I shouldn't have to pay to be able to beat something. Now, luckily in this case, it looks like every bit of the pay-to-play shit was an afterthought. The game was completed and then Squeenix was just like, just go ahead and throw that in there too. Because we want to be able to make some extra money.
I don't mind the microtransactions as long as they're responsible. You want to make extra skins
for me,
uniforms.
Skins and
you want to enhance something by maybe making it one aspect of it, maybe a mini game easier. That's going to give more experience in the long run. That's fine. You're still working toward it. But if I pay $15 and it makes the game extremely easy and I can pass it in 8 or 9 hours and say, ta-da, I'm done, it's not worth it. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a Final Fantasy title, and I haven't seen it, I haven't looked at it, I haven't even, I think I've told you before, I'm wanting to kind of dive into the demos and everything else.
Right.
I don't want to touch it yet because I don't want to fuck it up.
Well, me neither. I've stayed away from most of the trailers. I did watch Kingsglaive because they said that was kind of important. They've set up an anime. I've watched the anime up.
I haven't even seen that.
Kingsglaive is super good. You should watch it. Anybody else, you should go watch it too. It actually is. There's some shit that goes on in that show that I was just like, man. I will just tell you one aspect of the show. So they have what they call an old wall that is for defense from the Empire. There's giant statues all over, and you're like, man, what the fuck are these giant statues for? So you know in the game how it shows in the demo that he throws his sword and he can teleport to his sword and do strikes and shit? Those giant fucking statues can come to life and do that shit.
Oh, nice.
It's fucking amazing. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to say anything else because I don't want to spoil it, but that scene by itself was worth it when you're like, holy fuck, they can do it too? Amazing! But I think that's where we'll leave it here. Hopefully that's a pretty good overall review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the gameplay, even the downtime or boring points. There were, I think, a couple episodes in this one that could have gone and it really wouldn't have changed anything. But overall, I had a great time playing it. I had a great time yelling at Jesus for playing it badly. Even then, I was still enjoying it.
No, it's a solid game. I would play it again. You know, most games with a new plus, you're like, whatever. And you put it up, I would actually pick it up and probably start it over.
I think I will actually, whereas I didn't in the last one, I think I will actually play stealth on this one and give that a shot. Just because I want to see how that goes.
Yeah. It would be worth at least another playthrough.
Yeah. And that's giving me bang for my buck out of the game. If I want to go back and replay it and try something else, I'm getting more hours out of it than I normally would. So again, good on you, Deus Montreal. And I guess that's it. You got anything else you want to sum up here?
On to the next game.
All right then. Stay tuned. Remember to leave a like and a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you guys want to keep up to date. We hope you're enjoying all the series and everything we do. And we will see you in whatever the hell we're playing next.
That'll be fun figuring out.